You will be received as invited guests, so I urge you to observe proper social etiquette and conduct yourselves accordingly. Your safe return takes precedence above all else, remember this. Thancred in particular will be very sick if you're gone too long. May the Fury watch over and keep you. Are you and the children ready? Explain the route once we are outside your camp. If anyone attempts to follow us, we will judge an act of hostility. We will not hesitate to take measures. I would expect nothing less. You have our full cooperation. Be careful. We head over that hill, then follow the road until we reach Liminal Station 4. Children in the lead. I want you where I can see. We do have names, you know. I'm Alice and he's Alphino. And last but not least, I've never heard that before. No matter, Alphino and Alice will watch the road ahead while we bring up the rear. I wasn't lying about there being many dangers, so you're the run, not saunter. Run towards the station. You ever think about for your weapon, the deal is off. Should any creatures bar the way, we go around them. Part 2. Behind. Go! Oh. Okay. Keep up! They joined. Things are getting annoying. Got it. That's the station, I presume. Can I at least menu? Or is he gonna get mad about that? This is it, the first stop, that is. Your friends knew better than to follow us. Are these your headquarters? No, we're stopping here so I can check for pursuers. It appears you've kept to your side of the bargain. I figured that much. North of the station is Domano, one of the main residential areas, or at least it was. The afflicted roam the streets in packs. They'll tear us to shreds if given the chance. Keep close, not wandering off. The last bastion. From here, we'll head northeast, keeping to the left of the railway. While this route itself is straightforward, getting past the hordes unseen is anything but. Keep your weapons at the ready. They would attack their own countrymen? Aye, they spare their own, but slaughter the rest without hesitation. Though we'll try to avoid detection, the chances of sneaking by completely unknown are slim at best. I will lead the way, but in the event we are seen, you're to fight them all. Those two will follow us, provided they can refrain from drawing their weapons. Well, I doubt they will be foolish enough to stab their guide in the back. That chance. That's... Okay, I'm just glad I don't have to follow. Oh, okay, I guess what happened. Okay. Uh-oh. Like you guys are having trouble here. I see why your comrades chose you. But your attempt. Gain their sanity. Well, I know your treatment could simply force them to forsake one master for another. Hey, look, it's a paladin. Looks like we're not being followed. No, continue onward. I mean what I said, these people deserve only death, I stated. That is still the higher priority. Beautiful. I'm getting so tired of this guy already, but it's just how they're conditioned. Wait, I don't. It is. Is that a flower? It says tempered imperial, but it's like what they've become, would you still stand there and claim that they can be cured? Those exposed to a vast comedy of primal evil may suffer severe corruption. Even with treatment, such victims are beyond safe. Then you admit it, now that you've seen these monstrosities for yourself, perhaps you would think twice before speaking of a cure. We're almost there. You have kept your side of the agreement, so I will keep mine this way. Where are they? Garland's largest stations, it now serves as our headquarters. I've already sent the twins ahead. I'll be with you soon, so wait for me at the bottom of the stairs. Where is everybody? Hear it again. See why they chose this as their basic occupation. They could have done a lot worse, even though I imagine it's nothing. See, if Julius was willing to make the perilous journey to Camp Brook for food, their own supplies must be all but exhausted. They may be shielded from the wind and snow, but it's still bitterly cold, much like oils. It must be constant struggle to keep. And the locomotive over there.
These are their chosen representatives.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
Yes, sir. I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Vankina, Legatus of the First Legion.
The first? I had no idea you had survived.
We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable. Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps.
I assure you, you guys really have nothing we want.
It was only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and Empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varys understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit. If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald? Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not? Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope. It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter.
You call us savage.
You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you if you cooperate.
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition. Collar them.
What are these?
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock. Stop. Keep away from that one. The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed. Even if he allowed himself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If he refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
On the... Wow.
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be. You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
Hey! I mean, that Ithray is not responding. Huh. Impressive. God, we're still at 82. Like, the quest line is it? Persona. No, I don't have a key or any other means to remove your collars. Nor would I tell you if I did. Man. We're in no hurry to disappear. Perhaps. Mm-hmm. Don't use magic. So inside the camp, I know full well I couldn't stop you if I tried. Are our interests? Well, what's wrong with the aetheryte? You came with Durius, didn't you? Or whatever business. Off that aetheryte. It's deactivated, but I'd rather you didn't mess with it. There are others throughout the city, built by Garleans, or Garleans, could teleport all over the blink of an eye, provided there was a terminal nearby. Days, however, we use the aetheryte's power to keep this place lit, though it comes at the cost. Wait, how did you... What the... I know who you are. The so-called champion of Azoria. Come to gloat, have you? Oh, wait. All times, the worst of all. Oh. Cost his life, but we made our escape, took shelter in a mansion, tended to the wounded as we prepared to strike back, and then night fell and we gathered around the radio. Then the roar, terrible roar. Capital was in chaos, but we were spared. You call this a mercy? My broke in a soldier in name alone. You, Ron Stoppable. I served under Lord Gaius of the 14th Legion. I was there the night Praetorium fell. You and your adventurers, you killed them. Comrades, my friend. Maybe I am How long until we finally tell them the truth? Thing of note. Born for the proper nerve. No, because there's nothing we can do. The only way to help them is they have to want to be helped. I mean, that's the thing. Can't see all that. I know I won't match that. Decide. I just remember I got a ton of bread in my pocket. I know we were warned against meddling in our affairs, but we can't leave them like. Did you? We need to persuade. I mean, we gave him a choice. It's like, you could just take the stuff. Regardless. Enough food and fuel to survive. Have soldiers been able to procure any more supplies? Kept rather stored away in the event they were snowed in. Still going out and getting it is dangerous. There are a lot of mouse. We had some sororium set aside until it was stolen. We haven't identified the culprit. Could have been other refugees or one of the afflicted, for all we know. Okay, we're down to the last dregs. Without the heating they need, those in poor health are going to go worse instead of better. It's sororium you need. Architect supply. You can have some sent over. One of your commerce. Something on there. Are you expecting some kind of savior? One of the scouts spotted a hooded man issuing instructions to the afflicted. Or in the bastard's words, Oriole's servants of the Lalafell. Way inside the Imperial Palace stands. He identified the seat of the enemy's power, really realized Lord Princess special messenger to the 14th Legion, to the 10th Legion, saying as much. Find assault on the Lalafell. Once our allies arrive, you're running to the hills. How do you intend to survive in the meantime? At this rate, long before fortunes reach Galamar. They need help now. I'll speak with her. Dead of our enemies. So how do we turn it on? Yeah, Mendo. Alright, I'm gonna. Okay, well, actually, we can't do that because we don't have access to this right. Here's park. We'll begin our search for Sororium and Railroad. Northwest of this station. You are to remain close at all times and act only as ordered. Okay. But this is the park. I'm surprised they found space for amongst all these buildings. Area came first. The houses were later built around them. A healthy society requires spaces, children to play and adults to social. The park was named after the founding father of the empire, Great Solus. We come to extract Solorium for the wreck Magitech. Scour the city for every last drop. That's a worm. Man, thing has seen better days. But a few years ago, I was playing Final Fantasy XI, and this was one of the most dangerous enemies in the game. Firstly, a spectre of the Reykjavik. Ministers have long since been dried and drained of Sororium. Have you thought about a new power source? Contraption is built in the style of Warhammer armed with battery. Appears to be no more than a children's slide. Yeah, I knew that. Why did we go into detail about that? What the frick? Should have just said, this is a children's slide. What are you, dense? That's what. And you're starting. On children's play areas, to your knowledge, however, none prior to you. All that, by the way. I don't think I didn't see that. I see you over here. Oh. Wait, why does this look familiar? This looks like Kingdom Hearts' area. Though rather small by Guardian standards. Of a merchant stall. Perhaps it was built for children to play as a shop. Nothing inside Resident Attack, Magic Tech, or any other device. Yeah. There's nothing here. What's you? Huh? Boy, no sign of any sort. Yeah, but we know where there's Cerurium. Couldn't help notice you gazing at the. I used to bring my brother and sister here to play. The pond was heated. Stop it from freezing over, so like all the other kids just had to wade in and splash about. Would have stayed out. Be sopping wet when all was said and done. Every time when we get home, mother. Then we catch our death walking around like that. With a Cerurium powered heater, right? The engineer's changing out a tank. That was a long time ago when the water still flowed clear and wasn't black as fuck. What are your thoughts on magic? As you have an knack for finding dry wood, why don't you bring me some? Once that's done, I'll blast it for fire. Do the trick. Go in there, are you? Of course I am. That tank isn't gonna fetch itself. It's nothing. Do it. We're talking about a shallow pond at a park. Not doing it. So, fancy a bit. Step aside while I drink the pond dry. What is that answer? A tradition might make things. Smell like rotten eggs, but this is chilled to the bone. Oh, it hurts. Ow. A saurian tank. However, your grand discovery comes at great personal cost as you become aware of the freezing cold and rancid odor emanating from every element of your body. Feel compelled to pinch his nose shut. Deliver him. Oh, that's right. That's true. I hope you. There's still some saurian left. Hold on, I'll give Alphino a hand. Wait, what? My clothes are mostly dry now. Beforehand. Our concern is duly noted, but all is grow up and my father was an accomplished researcher in his youth, and for his contributions to the Empire awarded in this state, lived well, better than many. What was Gollum like in those days? Everything you could imagine. All these winters, we always found warmth and comfort at home. Coming in from the snow, taking off your coat and sitting down for a hot. Visiting friends and relatives, receiving that same welcome. They had everything they needed. Lights in all the houses. And that the ice would melt and the forgotten grass make its triumphant return. Gray clouds give way to blue skies. Some mornings we climbed to the top of the tallest building we could find to watch the sunrise. Never again, those rooftops are rubble, those friends dead, those memories. If I can reclaim even a fraction of what we our chance will come. We need to hold on a little longer. He really believes that there's gonna be a bunch of his own, like apparently like the 10th Legion is supposed to appear to like save them all, and it's like no good deed. Alright, now that you've recovered from your escapades in the pond, there's another location I'd like to show outside the park. As you can see, this place is littered with the remnants of various types of war monkeys. My comrades and I have already recovered the tanks for the less damage to. Those that took a more severe beating are harder to salvage. Decided to save those for another time, that time being now. Rather than prize them apart piece by piece, it would be quicker to remove the outer casing using component explosives with luck. We'll gain access to the tanks without growth. So the force generated by these devices is relatively good and well clear to avoid being hit by a trample. Are you even bothering though? You should check the Machina Florian gauge to see if there is any left. That should provide an accurate reading even when the unit itself is inactive. If the gauge is broken, I'll let you decide whether to use an explosive or not. If you need more, come to me. Just use them. And fun. Use as many as you can. Okay. Oh, okay. Something. Like my energy. Of course it's broken. Completely up to what's it? Yeah, having fun. Realizing that the hope that we could just help you if you would just let us give you tutorium, but no, we got to do this badly. Still half full or half empty, depending on one's perspective. Either way, Julius, please. Hey, at least we got it. Got it. More explosives? Wait, is that what I think it is? Oh, that's another one. Where is suffering? You've done it again. Truly, luck is on your side. With this, we should be able to refuel quite a few of our heaters. It's time we head back. Be here while I go and see how Alice and Alpha are faring.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we? Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen. After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of us scouts follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything. The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel. An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for. Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them. With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
Ah, there you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile. It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
It's clear. He only wants to get his soldiers out of here. He's gonna let everyone else die in this place. If you don't have the power, the will, to, if you can't fight, you'll die.
Action. What did he mean by that?
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question.
They can't fail.
Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Eula spoke?
Finished your war, Council?
Alphino and Alizé are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil. Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Get them out of here.
Provided they do not resist. It just gets worse.